Hey folks, how's it going? We got some mud to play in today. We're gonna go out and gather a bunch of pears, bring them into the corrals and wean the pears. We're gonna pull the calves off. The calves are gonna go to the feedlot. The cows are gonna go into the arena there with another bunch of cows that we weaned earlier today. I messed up, forgot to charge my batteries, so they charged in the house while we were doing that first bunch of cows. I'm sorry about that. Leave me a hateful comment. It'll help the algorithm anyways. You guys are going to be switching back and forth to the Ollie cam whenever he does something proactive. Got Baker here. That's Baker for you. She has no discretion of where she craps. No. You guys know Matt.
Hello, YouTube.
So, anyways, we're going to kind of go out this way and get on the far side of the cows. That way we don't just walk through the gate and blow them to the far side of the pasture that we're headed to. So, we'll see you guys when we get to the cows. All right, well, we're going to that corner down there. I see there's one stuck halfway through the fence trying to come back. That's awesome. The dogs really want to do something. You can see how eager Baker is, but I don't have much for him to do right now. There's nothing that needs harassed. Maybe we'll have something up here in a little bit. Pretty nice day today. A little chilly this morning, but Matt's gonna go get them. Go right. Good. Baker! Good. Baker! Hey! Good. Baker, you need to listen. I do have a shock collar I can put on Baker. In fact, I'm going to, just because she's a little too gung-ho. Come here, Ollie. Ollie's been wearing it lately because he has been in my horse pasture. Baker, come here. Get down. Baker. Baker, come here. Come here. And I don't allow dogs in my horse pasture for any reason at all. I'll talk about that another day, I'm sure. But I'm just going to use it to put the brakes on Baker when I ask her to stop harassing what she's harassing. Hey, go swimming. One of the most important, a lot of people ask me about dogs. One of the most important things, in my opinion, for dogs is whether they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing or their own thing. The most important thing is that they come back when they're called. They call off of what they're called off of. How she didn't want to quit working right there when I called back. I can't have that happening. That's the biggest thing. If you can call your dog off of what they're doing, hey, come here. If you can call your dog off of what they're doing, you can prevent wrecks. And if you prevent wrecks with your dogs, you're halfway to making a good dog. Baker, come here. Calves, you gotta move your feet. Hey, Calvies! Ooh, easy, Luke. Got the boss on the four-wheeler. Baker, come here. I would imagine, yeah. Go right. Go right. Good. That'll do. Baker. Huh. Collar's not working. Battery must be dead. That's awesome. Baker, get back. Well, so much for that plan. I wish I had a training collar that had a deal on the remote to tell me the battery condition of the collar. Baker, come on, get back. Left. Good! Here! Baker, here! She is not listening today. You can see how quick Ollie called back right there. He didn't even get to him. Baker! Left. Here! Baker! Baker! Come here. Come here. Get back. Get ahead. Get ahead. Get ahead. Get ahead! Get ahead! Go right. Get ahead. Okay guys, so there was enough jets flying over and all these cattle bawling and all that. The audio on this clip was horrible. So I'm just going to give my thoughts on watching Lena sort here. She's riding a little bit of a younger horse, if I remember correctly. Nice horse though. She's just working these calves out nice. My job here working behind her is just to keep the alley clear and make sure that should she have one or two cuts that aren't quite right. So like right here, she stops some cows. If I think that some calves are going to come next, then I need to take those cows down to the gate behind us, to the pen they're going in. We're up, excuse me, we're pretty close to the end of the alley, just as you've seen right there. So I don't have to do too much yet. I missed that cut right there. I should have been quicker and stepped out in front of that calf, but the boss got it there afoot. She's pretty handy. As we get further up this alley though, I'll need to be trotting back and forth more. Now I should step up here a little bit maybe. Maybe I'm not going to. I'm not scared to critique myself. Lena's doing really good about being patient and taking the easy cuts that come. She's not cramming these cattle up this alley trying to force anything to happen. You can really cause... So there was a cut there if I saw it correctly. As I was saying, you can really cause problems by pushing too hard on those cattle in the alley, and you'll actually stack them up in the end of the alley in the worst case scenario, and you can get calves hurt or even a cow knocked down or something like that. Here we got a whole wad of calves, so I'm gonna should take and follow these through. Yep, gonna push these calves up. Typically, especially in a group of older cows like this, the cows will sort off of the calves easier than the calves will sort out of the cows. So what'll happen is Lena will keep working cows out a couple at a time like this, might get a calf or two, several more cows, and you'll end up with a wad of calves at the end of the herd. And that's what that big group of calves was. Here's another group of calves. You get a wad of calves, and they will usually travel better together as a little group like this than they will as one or two calves. Not always, but it's pretty typical to work this way. You see they flow pretty good in that gate with a little bit of pressure. One come up behind me there, we'll stuff him in the gate here. Gonna ride around. I'm on Luke, my old Mustang here. He's done this a million times. This is a great job for young horses to run the alley like I'm doing here. Real important if you're using a young horse for this, make sure and turn them both ways. You can see I'm just making a whole bunch of left-hand turns on Luke here. At the point in Luke's life where he's at, I'm just trying to do the job, and I don't need to train on him, trying to give him an easy day, but ride him enough to keep his muscle tone up, so I'm not too worried about making sure that he gets balanced left to right, where if I was riding a young horse such as Hot Lips or Henry or Rush, I would make sure and turn right as much as I turn left. And that's a good rule of thumb for any kind of horsemanship. Anything you do to one side, you should do to the other. Kind of keep your head on a swivel, check behind you, make sure nothing's coming up in a rush. Things are going pretty smooth so far. Lena's got a real patient hand, not pushing on these cattle too much. I can't stress how nice that is to have versus having somebody that rams and jams and crams and gets these cattle in a bind. Go back up here and help her, or get ready to help her, I should say. She's being patient and waiting for the cut to present itself. Excuse me. Got a cow worked out there. We'll follow it down now. There you go. Made a right-hand turn on Luke. Another wad of calves here. Same deal, just turn. Keep them moving down the alley. You don't have to really run them down the alley per se, but just at a walk and keep them moving. That way they keep their attention on moving down that alleyway versus stopping and trying to turn around and things like that. You can keep their focus on moving their feet forward, and they'll usually send out fairly well. If you got just one or two calves and you don't push them down the alley like this, they'll not make it very far usually and stop. There he goes. Wasn't sure what he wanted to do there. One thing I have noticed, and other people might have different opinions on it, you can use the deep tones in your voice to move cows and the high-pitched shushing noises without any vocalization to move calves. I've noticed a couple different herds that seems to work with. Maybe that's just something that I'm noticing that maybe isn't real, but it seems to work for me. Good, nice big cut right here. Lena did excellent there reading that many cows were wanting to come out. And she's reading one here. Yep, gets her. Beautiful, nicely done. Still pouring cows out of here. That's an excellent cut right there. Looks like they went down the alley pretty good. Getting kind of down towards the end of them here. That's real good. There we go. Decide to take these calves with us a little bit. Doing good. Okay, they got past the gate there. We'll just kind of ease up the side of the alley here and help them get some more. Might have to make a stop or a cut right here. Perfect. Turn that cow back around. Make sure the calf keeps moving just like that. Go back and get the cow now. Just ease up the side of the alley. Try not to blow that calf back over top of Lena into the bunch. Get around it like that. Take it down. As I was saying earlier, work on the alley like this is a great job for a young horse. However, it is really nice to ride a quiet, seasoned horse doing this. Like right here, make a big difference, make that cut. On a young horse, maybe you wouldn't have made that cut. Maybe you pushed everything back to Lena, or maybe you would have made it work right there. Lena's gonna bring me the rest of these here that were on the back side of me after I made that cut. With those calves, if I'd have tried to get past them to bring them, I probably would have blown them back over top of Lena into the herd there. Of course, you don't want to do that. It's defeating the purpose. Kind of a motto to remember doing this is that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. You know, you can really ram and jam and try and force and make things happen, and in the end, probably what'll happen is you'll make mistakes and have to go back afterwards and clean them up, and that takes a lot of time to do. If you do have to make a mistake, though, it's always better to spill the cow in with the calves versus the calf in with the cows, because it's way easier to sort one cow out of the calves than it is one calf out of the cows. Getting down towards the end of the bunch like this, these cattle might start being a little bit stickier and not wanting to sort out quite as well. These older cows know this time of year when they get sorted off their calves that they don't see them again. So a lot of times the last 2 or 3 cows, they're really trying to stick with their calves. You can't blame them at all. You know, they have feelings and emotions just like we do, and they get attached to their calves. Part of how the world works, though. Get these couple calves pushed into the pen here. Couple cows going by. Good, they sailed out like they should. If you notice, I'm walking on the shadowed side of this alley and allowing the cows to walk in the sunny side. That's one other thing I think does make a difference versus pushing the cows down that shadowy side. That's the end of the sort there, guys. Lena did a great job on it. Alright, we're gonna just put these cows in here with these others that had their calves weaned. Alright guys, we're just going to haul those calves via trailer up to the feedlot. I don't think you guys are too interested in that. You just load them in a trailer and call it good. So make sure and check out RubeckNevada.com. Get yourself a ranch rope. Now through December 3rd, use the code GRATEFUL2025 to get 10% off all ropes. I got her, Mike. Make sure and check out the discount code below for 10% off at Transparent Labs. They have a lot of really cool products, good healthy products. I see they just released a beef-based protein powder. I have some of that ordered for myself. Definitely looking forward to trying that. So anyways guys, thanks for riding along. See you on the next one.